Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to take a look at the S21 5G port with the OneUI 6.1, which is based on Android 14 for our Galaxy S8, S8 Plus and the Note8. So without wasting any more time, let's start. So guys, this is the S21 5G port and this is the version 1.0.3. Let's take a look at it in the about phone. As you can see, it's already open. ROM name S21 5G port 1.0.3. This is the winner02, the developer name, and as you can see, OneUI version 6.1, Android version 14. You can check the Android Easter egg. Then going back, okay, this is an error with the Easter egg. Okay, going down here, as you can see, you get the June 2024 security patch. It's not the latest, but yeah, you can easily use it without any security flaws. So guys, this is the home screen. It looks really nice, simple. Like I have kept it simple, but as you can see, the wallpapers quite great from S21 5G. Then going to change wallpapers, getting it featured, and you can see you have the lock screen only video wallpapers and static wallpapers as well. You can choose from them, and you also have a lot of options. You can go creative, graphical, and we have the basic colors, which these are the colors. You can check them out once you install, and you can also use the wallpapers app by Google to set your random wallpapers. Now this is the clock widget, and this is so simple. It looks great. Like, let's long press, go into settings, and as you can see, you have a lot of settings here, day and night colors, and it will show you if it's morning or night. And when you go back here, we have the transparency, and you can adjust the transparency of the widget background. So this is also really nice for this the customization they have provided for the widgets. Now guys, moving to the app drawer, as you can see, we have some apps. I have installed some apps, but once you install the ROM, you get like 5 to 6 apps only, the basic ones. We don't even have the calculator and clock, so that's how basic and debloated this ROM is. So that's really great. You get a lot of space to install some of your favorite apps. If you don't like Google, you can maybe also disable Play Store and use it de-googled. So that's also one way to use it. Now let's move into the settings straight away. Going into settings, this is the settings UI. This is the default OneUI, the header type bigger one. This is a Samsung account, as you can see, and then all your options have been categorized, the setting options. Now I don't know why about phone is under connections, but maybe some glitch or some issue, I don't know. Now monitoring, as you can see, everything is separated into these folder type categories. It has been categorized: monitoring, then personalization, which has display and all your customization. We also have good lock, but you have to install all the good lock tiles or it won't work. I have installed all of them from the app store, the Galaxy app store, and you can use and customize your device with a lot of stuff. As you can see, life up, and this is the makeup, so you can make up your Galaxy S8. And yes, this is the UI, the colorful icons. It looks great, and yep, that was it for the settings UI. But it looks a bit mismanaged. But that connections, under the connections, we have the about phone, which should not be the specific tab for the about phone. But yeah, that's fine. It's easily accessible and you can easily check that out. Now let's check the features under the settings. Now first we are going to open device care. As you can see, into battery, it will show you all the options, and the UI is really nice with OneUI. I have been using it since a long time, 4.1, 6.1 and all, but this is just next level. And moving into charging settings, you can enable fast charging, super fast charging, not supported on your device. And yeah, fast wireless charging, but it's not supported, like it's not fast, but yeah, whatever the standard is. Then battery information, you will get the battery health, battery cycle count, and you can also get the manufacturing date and first use date. Now this is the first use date, I guess it depends on when the ROM was built initially, but even I don't know, because this update was released I guess in the first week of Jan, and that's what here we are, 6 Jan. Yes, the first week of Jan. So I don't know why it's showing July, which is really a weird thing. Under battery option, we get storage and memory, and these all are just some basic stuff. There's nothing to look into, but still I'll show you guys how the UI looks great, and you can clean memory and all. You have the performance profile, we have auto optimization, and it will automatically optimize the device. Software update, you should not touch this. And I think these two options you should not touch because this is a ported ROM. This is not the real S20 one 5G. So yeah, this like a lot of options might not work which are under the hood. But yeah, that's what I just wanted to say. Modes and routines, you can set various modes and routines. Going to notifications, and here you can see notification pop-up style, brief and detailed, which you can customize. We have the edge lighting too, and it looks really nice. We have a lot of options into the edge lighting, as you can see. Looks great, right? Then into advanced, you can control the transparency, width and duration, which I have done, and yeah, into my like my own liking. Then we have here some basic stuff, lock screen and advanced settings. Then down below we have sound and vibrations, and you can control everything from sound and vibration intensity. So that's great. And you can also go to sound quality and effects. We also have Dolby Atmos and Dolby Atmos for gaming. I have not tried it because Bluetooth audio does not work for me, but yeah, you can use it and try on your basic speaker. Going down below we have display, and as you can see, light and dark mode, a bigger one, dark mode settings, and you can turn it as scheduled at your own time and use a normal light mode, or what you can say, day mode, light mode, whatever you can say. We also have the outdoor mode added in this update, the version 1.0.3. So that's really nice. Then motion smoothness, our device only supports 60 Hz, so that's only selected. Eye comfort shield, like a blue light filter. Then yes, some basic options, as you can see, edge panels are also here. I have not used them, like the last time I installed the version 1.0.2 I used it. And yes, you do get it, and you can also edit and add more panels, I guess. Yes, okay, this is for the apps. Okay, into the panels you can select all these panels, so this is nice, really great. Let's go back, and yep, that's it. The basic features are here. Wallpaper style, we have already checked. This is the home settings, the launcher settings, as you can see. A lot of stuff is there. Just some basic, the good lock, the themes section, lock screen and AOD. And let's turn on the always on display. Okay, it works. Maybe I have set 1 second. Okay, I have set it for new notifications. Let's set it to always. And as you can see, if you can see this, this is my I've set it through good lock. Let me just, yeah, okay, let's go back. This is the AOD also works fine. We have roaming clock and all these basic features are always here. Also guys, one more bug I was going to tell you on the lock screen, that the face unlock does not work, so you only have the fingerprint option. And yes, all other options we have advanced features. We have the labs, and labs we have multi-window for all apps, dark mode apps, and advanced intelligence. You can check this on your own. Samsung keyboard, the browser. We have a lot of options in here, AI options, then one-handed mode, motions and gestures. A lot of gestures you can use, and simplify your usage, screenshots and screen recording. You can change the quality and all. So it has a lot of customization, OneUI 6.1. And that was it for the features. There are some more features which I might have skipped, but you can go and check them on once you install the device. There are a lot of stuff which you might want it to be enabled or not. But yeah, that's what I have seen. I've explained all the features in my side. So guys, now the final verdict, the stability and all the bugs and all. Now for me it's totally stable. Like, I don't use the Galaxy S8 that much. It's a secondary device to me, and if you have a Galaxy S8 as your secondary device, then that's good. You can install this ROM. I have thumbs up. But if you have a Galaxy S8 as your primary device, even in 2025, and if you want to use this ROM, then I would suggest not to, because if you have a dual SIM Galaxy S8, your mobile data will not work. So that is one bug. Also, I'm not sure about voltage. It did not work for me, so it might or might not work for you. It's really a problem. Like, it has been mentioned in the bug list that CSC is a bug, so mobile data obviously is not going to work. It will take some time to fix, or it may not get fixed, but the experience right now, I'm having the OneUI 6.1 with Android 14, latest available to a lot of Samsung devices. Obviously Android 15 is here, but right now Android 14 has been on many of those Samsung devices. Like those getting beta only have the 15. But yeah, I think you might get my point that if you want to experience Android 14 on your S8 in 2025, then this is the ROM for you. And if you want to stick to the older, you have the heads ROM and all those stable ROM, totally stable ROM, which have all the things working. But an older Android version, that's fair and fine, because that's what our hardware is capable of. But this one is also capable of running it smoothly, but a lot of bugs it comes with, that like the Samsung camera does not work, the Bluetooth audio does not work. There are some also minor issues here and there which you can face while using the device. And also guys, mobile data does not work for dual sim devices. For single sim devices, people claim it is working, but I have the dual sim one, so it does not work for me. You can try it and let me know down below in the comment section. And that was it guys for the video. I hope you guys like the video. If you do, press the like button. If not, then the dislike button. Also, those who want to check the installation of this, you can continue, or else there's a bye by me. And if you have enjoyed till now, please subscribe. Here's the red button. Also guys, if you have a Galaxy Watch, the older versions like the 4, 5, 6 or a FE, you can check out this video here, which has the OneUI 6 watch update on all the Galaxy Watches. You can check that out. If you have still not updated, you can update it now after checking my video, or like even if you get the update, you can check if you want those features and everything I have explained in that video. So please check that out. It's not getting that much views because obviously the first time I have uploaded a Galaxy Watch update video, and watch it like in like past 2 years when I bought the watch. This is the first time I have made a video on that. So I hope you guys check that out and tell me the feedback also. Here's in the I button, you can check that video. Now let's proceed to the installation. So yeah, let's go. So guys, to install this ROM, you must have certain precautions taken before installing, like before proceeding towards the installation. Now first thing is back up your data, because it's much important, because we are going to repartition your device. Also guys, this requires a SD card or an OTG. Now I don't have a USB Type-C OTG to show you guys how if it works with OTG or not, but it should work. Obviously the TWRP is modified, but it uses the same sources, so USB OTG should work. And I'm using an SD card because I had one. So yeah, let's move into the TWRP. So first of all, you have to power off your device. Also guys, make sure you have installed the correct TWRP modified version. The links are in the description. Check it out. Please read it carefully and don't mess up with anything. Now you have to press the volume up, the Bixby and the power key at the same time. I'm assuming you guys have installed the TWRP. I have mentioned down below in the description. Now guys, the first thing to do is wipe. If you're any other ROM, wipe the dalvik, cache, system, data and preload. These are the options you have to wipe. Let's get back. Now you must have an SD card or an USB OTG, because if you are on internal storage and the repartition messes up, like it won't show the internal storage, then you might face some issues. But yeah, I'm using an SD card, so there's no worries. First you have to download and install the repartitioner 2.0, and this is must for the version 1.0.3. This is the first step. So guys, the repartitioner is done, and now it has automatically rebooted into TWRP. Let me just skip this. Now guys, as you can see, the repartitioner has been flashed, and you will get something like this. Do not worry about that. Without without moving forward to any other thing, do not panic and flash the cleaner, which is a must. Once you flash the repartitioner, the cleaner 2.0 is a must, so it's cleaning things. And as you can see, it has finished the process and it's rebooting back to recovery. So guys, my device has rebooted back into recovery. Now let me just turn the brightness down. This is fine. Okay. So now as you can see, there are no issues here. Everything is getting mounted and all, everything is fair. There are no issues. First of all, you have to go is wipe, advanced wipe. You have to wipe the data, change file system. Mine is already F2FS, but I'm still again doing it to show you guys. This is how you have to do, and you have to format F2FS data as F2FS. And now you are ready to go. Again, go into micro SD or OTG, wherever you have the ROM and S21 port. Now guys, there's a twist while flashing this ROM. After you flash this ROM and reboot, it won't reboot, and I will tell you why. Because on the XDA page it is written that you have to flash the ROM twice in order for it to boot. So we are going to do the same thing, and I will also show you that it boot loops and all. So you guys, if you face that, you will be sure about that it's not a bad ROM or it's something buggy or something. But yeah, also let this script get over, the installation script. So guys, as you can see, it says successful here. Here as you can see, it says success. Now reboot system, and your S8 Asset Plus or Note8, it will start to boot loop. I'll show you guys, as you can see. And this will boot loop to the boot logo. Now guys, don't worry, do not panic. You just have to press the volume up, Bixby and power key, reboot into the TWRP. Now guys, after rebooting back into the TWRP recovery, just choose the S21 ROM again, reflash it. Do not wipe anything at all, just reflash it. So guys, now the ROM has been flashed or installed for the second time. Now reboot system. Do not wipe anything, do not wipe cache, dalvik cache, don't wipe it. And as you can see, we'll show the Samsung Galaxy boot animation. And guys, finally after a minute or two, you can see the Samsung Galaxy boot animation, which means the installation is successful and it will boot into OneUI 6, the S21 5G port. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you really did, press the like button, and if not, the dislike button is here. You can press that, you can press any of the buttons. It's upon you, the feedback and all. If you have liked it totally, then a like is must, and if you did not like it, then a dislike is must to let me know. Also guys, for all the feedback for this video, for the ROM, for anything, go back down below in the comment section and post your feedback, post your queries, post anything. If you want, you can. And also guys, please subscribe. That is what we need the most. Let's subscribe and stay tuned for new videos too on the Galaxy S8. Also guys, Android 15 is coming soon to Galaxy S8 with Lineage OS. As soon as it comes, I'm going to make a video. It might get delayed because of my exams, but it will obviously come out after January 21 if Lineage OS 22 gets released in that period. So yeah, it depends. And yes, our asset has been booted also while I was moving towards the intro. So that is it for the video. If you guys like the video, okay, we have done this. Let's just end. Goodbye guys, and see you guys soon.